Hey guys, Geek here, and welcome to this Call of Duty Ghost video. I've been meaning to do this quite some time, but I've sort of let it slip a little bit. Now, I'm trying to do this video a little bit different to all the other ones I've seen in my subscription box over the past few weeks. Now, rather than doing individual videos covering each single bit of the game, I decided to concentrate on more of the now, what's just happened. Now, as you may or may not know, depending whether you've lived under a rock or not, Gamescom is still happening right now, but the most of it has genuinely happened. All the conferences have happened. We've had the Call of Duty Ghost conference near the start of Gamescom, so we have lots of new information from that, so I thought I'd dedicate this video to covering the new information that we've learnt since Gamescom. So, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Now, they have a new Creator Soldier system which overwrites the Creator Class system that we had previously. So rather than creating each individual class, you actually can customize the whole soldier from what he looks like to what sort of traits he has, what weapons he uses, and things like this. So it's like having each single profile, really, as each individual soldier levels up on their own, and you can prestige each soldier on their own. So it's like having your own separate profile. If you have so many soldiers, and so many profiles, it's exactly the same sort of thing as you would have in previous games in terms of ranking up individual soldiers. And then they all come together to form a clan, and that's that, really. But because you can customize so much using your XP, it actually gives around, according to the guys at 30 Toward, over 20,000 possible combination, from heads, body types, equipment, gender, weapons, all those sort of things. So that's really, really cool. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for customization, and that's certainly what they've delivered. So that's really, really good. Talking about customization, obviously perks are a big thing. Now, some of the main perks that we have seen have been divided into types of perks. So rather than just having, sleight of hand on its own and, I don't know, lightweight or whatever on its own, you actually have actual sort of, what I would say, sort of class types for perks. So they all fit under one type of perk header. So, for instance, speed would divide into sleight of hand, agility, things like that. Handling would go on to perks to improve the weapon handling. Things like Strom Arm can throw equipment further and decrease grenade cook time, things like that. Stealth perks such as Takedown can kill enemies without revealing their death location. Awareness improves player situation. These things will break up, you see. Then you have an elite one that includes Ping, which is a sonar ping that activates upon killing an enemy and reveals hostiles around that enemy. And Deadeye, which increases the chance to deal more bullet damage. So you get things like this. They're all split up. That's all really cool. And something you'll be pleased to know, there is no death streaks. I don't think they're trolling us either like they've done previously. There is no death streaks as far as I can see. No last stand or anything like that. It would have been a big shame to see something like that return. So I'm so glad there's no death streaks. But something we do see return is the strike packages that we had in MW3. So things like assault strike packages, specialist, and support. So we don't know a lot about the actual kill streaks themselves. We know a couple of them, but we don't know a lot about how many you get and things like that. We don't know them all. We don't know the whole list. They showed us a select few. That's about it. Now, I did say kill streaks at the start, but they are score streaks. They are still staying. They are sticking with that score streaks thing. Which I think is a good idea. It would be a bad idea to go back to kill streaks now, because score streaks are so acceptable that they've been trying to prove to us over the couple of years why score streaks are a good thing, and I'm glad they're sticking to their guns with that. Now, you get your basic things. That it still happens in the same way as it did before. You still get your assault strike package, you still get your support strike package, and you still got your specialist strike package. But they have made some adjustments. The assault is basically the same way it was. It resets when you die, but you get a set number of kills or set number of, score points from doing different things, and it builds up and you get your score streaks. But the Sports Strike package, it basically works the same way as well. But obviously it happens like it did in MW3. When you die, it still continues going and building up. But they have sort of made the score streaks that you achieve from that a lot more team-friendly than maybe they were previously. Things like Night which is a companion drone, an MAAWS, which is sort of like a long-range target missile, which you literally fire from a rocket launcher, things like that. So they're all really quite team helpful things. Something I did Forget to mention, you get a little guard dog on the Assault Strike package, which barks when there's enemies nearby and will take out some enemies as well. That's pretty cool. We've not seen anything like that before. And, you know, as I said, the Specialty Strike package is back, and you get additional perks for killing extra people. They haven't told us an awful lot about that. I'd be keen to see how it works out, what changes they've done since MW 3, but they seem to be making some very, very good changes so far, so I trust that they've made good changes to the Specialty Strike package as well. Now, moving on to weapons, attachments, and equipment. You know, I'm not going to go through the full weapons, but there's over 30 new weapons. You know, we have assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, sniper, launchers, but the new thing we do have is marksman rifles. Now, these sort of fit in between snipers and assault rifles, so it's very, very sort of old days of Call of Duty, you know, your sort of what was it, World at War type weapons that a lot of people like using, and the devs love using themselves as well. So that could fit into a sort of a sort of niche area where you may want to use it to sort of look back in the older days of Call of Duty. The weapons look really good. You know, they're more sort of single fire, you know, sort of, they have the intensity of a sniper, but obviously more iron sights than anything else. So that's pretty cool. Be keen to play on that. You know, they've got the same sort of things that they have on most of the weapons. Obviously, they've been able to make a big change to the way the scopes work in-game due to the new graphics engine and the whole game engine in general, meaning that before you used to have sort of a blackout around your scope when you did zoom in, so you couldn't see anything else going around you, but now they are actually able to have the background fully rendering there while you scope down, so you can actually see a bit of peripheral vision as well. So that is pretty cool, and it's nice to see. Obviously, it does show that, you know, they have got a more powerful engine that can do things like this. So there we are. But, you know, not a lot to say on the weapons. It's what you can expect. You know, in the SMGs, you have things like the Vector that we've seen before, you know, and we have some assault rifle called the Honey Badger and the SC 2010. You know, these things look very similar to things we've seen before. You know, there's nothing major. We have, you know, some canister bombs and something called a 9-bang in the equipment. So, you know, that's all things we've seen before. Now, some of the new game modes that we haven't seen before, and, you know, Infinity Ward are really good with game modes. That's what I've sort of learned. You know, they are sort of the people that bring lots of new game modes and change things around. You know, Treyarch, I find, aren't so good with that sort of thing. A new one called Search and Rescue. It is very, very like Search and Destroy, but rather than having a single life per round, you're actually your teammates can actually revive you once you die. So obviously that's going to work very well with sort of the communications aspect of Search and Destroy, and obviously it works in sort of kill confirmed way. So you drop a dog tag when you die, and your teammate picks that up and you're revived. So, you know, that could work really well. I'm really keen to see how that works in real life, because obviously when you're watching it on live streams where they're sort of really set up games, it's hard to see how it's properly going to work, but I'm sure it'll work pretty well. Cranked is a new level of TDM. It's a new game mode. You can get a kill. Every time you get a kill, you gain new abilities, but you start down a countdown clock, and when that countdown clock hits 0, you die. So this is a sort of game mode to stop people from camping, because as soon as you kill someone, literally the timer is not very long at all. It will really count down fast, and you get a next kill then to sort of extend the time, and you've got to keep killing people. But if you let the timer hit 0, you can't find someone else to kill, you will die and you will lose your streak. So that's really, really cool. I like that game, and it sounds like a lot of good fun. Should stop campers. I believe it will actually work on that. So that's really cool. And the final one that we've learnt about since Gamescom is Blitz. It's an objective-based game mode where the goal is to breach the other team's goal line while defending your own. So it's a really high-octane capture the flag, basically. In simple terms, one team starts on one side of the map, one team starts on the other, like you have with Capture the Flag. But rather than actually taking the flag and running it back when you do capture it from your enemy side, you literally just run to where the flag basically would be, and it teleports you back to your spawn, and that counts as one capture. So you can see how that can work. That could be really defensive. You know, rather than trying to sort of go, okay, they can get the flag, but we'll kill them on the way back, you have to stop them from getting to the other side in the first place. So you have to be really defensive on this. It's going to be a really defensive game, and I think it's really, really cool. It's going to be far more intense than Capture the Flag would be normally. So that's really, really cool. And, you know, I did talk about the Creator Soldier thing earlier, but just to sort of recap on that, so you've got 10 soldiers in total, and you have only 1 level of prestige per soldier. So if you then prestige every soldier, then that's how you get your max prestige. So 10 levels of prestige equals max prestige. So that's how that works. You know, you've got a new dynamic map events. You know, you've got sort of these all maps change as they go along. You know, maps can look completely different, have all new lines of sight when you activate one of the new in-game modes or in-game sort of kill streaks that sort of wipes out the enemy team and then changes the whole map. I can't quite remember what that's called now. It's sort of gone from me. I do know what it is, but it's gone from me. So it's not like a nuke or anything like that, but it kills everyone on the map, I think, or just the enemy team. I can't quite remember now. And it changes the whole map in the process, and then your whole line of sight changes and the game completely changes. Obviously now, because of the new engine, you have a new animation system, so you've got the new contextual lean system, and it works really well from what I've seen. And I thought it wasn't going to work. There was going to be extra button presses that you're not going to be able to remember, but it actually does work really well. Basically, if you're near the edge of a wall, you literally just aim down your sight, and the game automatically knows that you're on the edge of the wall, and it will lean you over the wall, and you can kill them. Then you just let go of your sight and you go back. That looks really, really smooth. I think that's going to work really well, so I'm glad of that. You got the new mantling. Basically, you can sort of do a running jump over obstacles, and you can even shoot at the same time, which is really, really cool. So that's always a good thing. And you could do a knee slide. So forget your dolphin dives. You can now do a knee slide. It probably works similar, but you can actually sort of, if you're running down a road and then, you sort of needed to kill people in the building on the right, you could sort of knee slide down and then shoot them while you're knee sliding. That would be really, really cool. So there we are. There are a few other things to go on about. There's a new squad system where you can do squad versus squad, and you can build up a squad with your friends, and you can do all these different things. That's really, really cool. But I don't want to drag this out too much. I've said to you the core things we've learned since Gamescom. The game is stacking up to look really, really good. It's still Call of Duty at the end of the day, so if you're looking for something else but Call of Duty, obviously I don't think this is going to hit that. But it is Call of Duty, but a lot of good changes have been made. It's definitely sort of looking next-gen in all the videos I've seen and things like that. So, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm partly excited for it. I'm excited as I can be for a Call of Duty game now. I'm going to buy it, obviously. But, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did enjoy it. It was a long one, but I wanted to cover everything. And I'll see you on the next video. But as always, drink tea and game on.